Hi guys, good afternoon guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to anime. And welcome back to a new video. So today, we've got a list of videos that I'm going to film. Starting with episode 2 of the I'm Right, He's Wrong podcast. Let's go. Yeah. This is the Q&A video.
Are very, very similar, and a lot of them are the typical questions
Got my water
that you probably have
and my
over the
snacks.
last 2 years,
Let's get
which,
guys.
you know what better opportunity to actually answer them once
You
and
first.
for all.
Right, do you want to go first or shall I?
I tell you what, you go first.
Okay.
I'm going to see what ones you want to pick.
Someone has asked me relationship advice for meeting someone new. Advice I'd give to like my friends or someone that I care about. I think like now that we're at an age where you're looking for something like more serious, you know, like when I was younger, I feel like I'd just be like airy fairy, you know, like date anyone who's good looking or whatever. But I'd say like looks really don't matter.
Well,
okay.
they do,
And I just,
in my
no, as in, it
opinion.
does to a certain extent. You've got,
Because,
like,
like,
person that attracts
I
you.
just, obviously,
You've got to, like,
there's got to be some sort of
if you see
something
anyone
there
who's
also, but at the same time,
don't waste time.
they can't be, I just have to find them attractive. Like,
Into
you know, it's really hard to like a guy who's not attractive. I'm finding it hard, guys.
Yes,
but don't go looking for red flags.
Well,
you know what? Yes and no, because like if you see them things from early doors, then you know you're not wasting no more time. Whereas people sometimes have hope and they're like, oh no, like maybe it was just that little sign that I didn't like of what he said or this or that. No, if someone's already giving you them little, you know, the comments that you don't like, or you can tell that they're still into their ex or
Early signs.
yeah, like, or just things that you just wouldn't have, like, later on down the line, and that's not someone that you'd call, like, your dream man or your dream partner. Why are you wasting your time for? And I feel like a lot of people nowadays just waste their time because they want to be loved so much and they want a companion, so they just go with that and then they ignore the problems that they really spotted at the
Guys,
beginning and then they're fucked in the long
quick
run.
disclaimer.
Don't you think
never-
that's like a mistake that a lot of
Or
people make?
quick.
Yeah, but
Thing.
I mean, I do agree. I just
Never
think when
ever,
you're I mean, there's obvious signs. There's obvious signs of things
get
that
your
you wanna-
boyfriend
that you want to avoid
to
and
meet your
that's, like,
parents
I don't know, like your
too
typical ones,
soon.
like if someone's talking about their ex, like straight
what I
away,
did wrong,
like
guys.
on the first, second date, and you're thinking, what are you doing talking about your ex? Like, you come on, have you
Basically, I stayed over at my now ex's house, and he obviously mum the previous week said, oh, why don't you bring your, you know, boyfriend over for some lunch? And the whole fam was there. Mum, dad, brother, sister, uncles, auntie, cousins, you name it, right? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And at that time, I thought it was a good idea. Bear in mind, we only were together for like 2 months, right? Ironically, same as Ron and Lana, but the reason we broke up was something different, guys. Anyway, yeah, and then my ex, right, overtalked. He talked too much. There's, you know, a very, like, there's a difference between being too shy and not talking at all and being too talkative and chatting too much, right? And he was like near the line, near the level of talking too much, right? Just take it down a notch, right? Which I find it really annoying and really icky when guys talk too much, right? I don't know, I just find it really icky and like really like annoying. And then the second reason, the other thing, he overstayed his welcome, right? So you know, as you know, they were all leaving, as all the family were leaving later that day. He, like 5 minutes after everyone left, he was like, I think I'm gonna go too. And then my dad, right, brought out the photo book and the family photo book and was showing my ex-boyfriend, you know, pictures from holiday and pictures of us and me and the family, and it's just embarrassing, you know. I just don't find it cute at all. Like, I just find it really embarrassing, really awkward. It's like, you don't really want to see your boyfriend, you know, too soon to look at photos of you or when you were a baby. And yeah, and then, you know, he probably, like, I had to force him out because, you know, say you're going, fine, and then go the time or go when you're gonna go. Like, don't overstay your welcome. Don't, you know, stay there too long, you know. It's just annoying. Anyway.
I feel like
I'm
only
done.
to make you happy.
So yeah, do not
there was one situation
invite your
where
family,
I went on a date
your
once and someone ordered me a
ex
cab
for
because they lived
too
quite
guys.
far, but only because I was familiar with them. And
I'm not saying don't do it, but don't do it too soon.
Okay, if you was to get a cab for them as a man, get them a cab, take them to the place, but still for me, just personally, I wouldn't feel special. Like, I would just like to be picked up and wined and dined. It would just make me feel special if someone comes to my door. I feel more comfortable that way.
I agree. In an ideal scenario, if you're close enough, it makes sense, and it's a great thing to do, then 100%. I'm talking about the situation that people probably, like, I'm talking about realistic situation where, let's say they're not, like, let's say we're talking about an 18-year-old here going on a date. They can be caked up enough to get a cab for you to go to there, them to get there, you to go home, the date itself.
And I think,
for a 30-year-old,
I think that whoever instigated the date, no, whoever said about the date first, that's who should pay for the date. I believe guys should pay on a first date, just personally.
Yeah,
okay.
Probably all right, you know, they'll probably be able to do that. But I'm talking as a general consensus for a date. It's all situation based. I think it's about the little things, the little bits of effort that you make. Yes, those things are great, but if you can't do that, because whether it's financial or logistically, it literally doesn't make fucking sense, then do other things to make, you know, make other things to make it feel special.
Okay, but you're talking about finance now, yeah? I'm just going to give you an example.
Cool, you would.
Cool. They're not financially, like, well off. They're not comfortable. They can't afford that. That's fine. I'm not looking down on no one. I would even be happy with someone saying to me, right, can we go for a coffee?
Yeah,
go
lovely.
for a walk. My point is, though,
Perfect
it's just the
first date.
courtesy of, like, making me feel special enough to get me from my house so we go somewhere together.
And I think, right?
That's just my...
I think if both of you can drive, I personally think if both of you can drive, I think you all should just meet each other there, right? But if one of you can drive and he offers to pick you up, then accept it because he's doing a nice gesture, you know. Personally,
Like,
That's
I think
fine,
it is,
but
like,
logistically,
I am more
my
but
example of,
it's
like,
harder, like a lot harder, if neither of you can drive. If neither of you can drive and it's long and you're not happy to meet halfway, then it's hard.
Harder.
I agree with that, but people do long distance and people make things work. I don't know. I've never been on one in my life, literally ever, and that's not me like showing off, but because I really don't think it's.
Do you think long distance works though?
Apps. People do apps and they put their location to the whole of London. London's a big place.
London is
So,
huge.
It might not work. One might be south, one might be north, east, west. It's a big place. You can't logistically have to work. You have to find other ways to show your effort. If you can't do something, you should replace it with another, as long as it making them feel special. And that would be my relationship advice for whoever asked you that question. Would be, if they don't show enough interest and they don't make you feel special, do not bother.
Yeah, of course, because ultimately that is the main thing. Do you know what I mean?
I think going on dates.
So yeah, just to clarify, it's not about how much money they spend on you, because these men could be out here spending money on you, making you feel like some princess.
You know, I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed about, you know, it being really, like, expensive. You know, if he takes you to a nice restaurant in London for a date as a surprise, that's a lovely thing. But, you know, I do not care what we do on a first date. Like, I'm not fussed about the financial money at all when it comes to a first date.
Then that's a you problem. That's wrong. That's just, okay, we're not suited because I see things differently.
And that's a you problem.
It's outrageous.
All right, on to the next question. Let me have a look. Okay, so this next question from someone is, what are your thoughts on OnlyFans? This is actually quite an interesting...
Simple. It's not interesting at all.
No, but it is, because everyone's got different... It's like, in this modern day...
Right.
People think different things, you know what I mean?
My opinion, right? I mean... It's not bad. Right? All you're doing is taking a picture of your feet or, you know, your face, whatever, you know. I understand the concept of OnlyFans, and, you know, if it's, you know, obviously it's not the greatest way to make money, but I mean, you can't, I mean, personally, I see nothing wrong with it, guys. OnlyFans is fine, you know? Personally.
Absolutely ridiculous. It's generational wealth, right?
Yeah.
I get it. If that's what you want, if your main motivator is money and you don't mind, if you don't mind putting yourself in that risk and for the judgment, if you don't mind judgment being there, if you don't mind putting yourself like that, then you're willing to take that risk for the bank. You know what? Go for it.
Yeah.
Do your thing, but don't make it an issue if someone doesn't agree with that, or don't make an issue if someone doesn't agree with that. And also, don't make it a thing where if you feel like a bloke is judging you.
If my daughter or sons wanted to do OnlyFans, I'd be absolutely fine. They have to do it though. The only rule is they have to do it when they turn 18, because when you turn 18, technically you're a young adult and you can do whatever you want. So
I could never, ever, ever even fathom being with someone. I
do sometimes occasionally think, is this a good thing to do for myself to make money? Now, these thoughts are myself and YouTube. These thoughts are not going to go onto Instagram or Snapchat, but only this and YouTube. But yeah, I do sometimes think maybe I want to do it. Like, I do have thoughts about wanting to do it.
With it, you're weird. You're not up to date with like the new generation. Well, I don't want to be up to date with it. I don't want to be like okay with all of this stuff, because I wouldn't do it myself. I wouldn't want my daughter to do it.
Right, do you know what? I actually take back everything I just said. I'm judging. I'm not encouraging. I hate it. I don't believe in it. I wish it's eradicated from the world. That's my
Well,
plain.
Plain simple. Right. This is right. Let me just. Okay. So I think in one episode they talk about gambling. I despise gambling, right? The way he dislikes OnlyFans. That's my opinion on gambling. I think gambling should not be relevant to the world. It shouldn't exist. Gambling is horrific. Like, what are the chances, right, that when you gamble, you probably lose some more than you win some. You know, it's not. I think my brother gambles. But he obviously puts on bets on football teams and horses, but that's fine. But gambling should not be a thing. I hate it.
And simple say on it. I'm sorry if I'm going to get hate from it. I don't think I am. Don't care. That's it. Me, done.
I don't think you're wrong for judging.
That's my thought on OnlyFans, guys. No, that's my thought on gambling.
See,
same thing.
Things is like normal nowadays when it's really not normal. Like,
not
imagine
normal.
if my nan doesn't even know what OnlyFans is, and my mum and dad don't. Imagine if they knew, they would probably have a heart attack. Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it? No, but I'm just trying to say, like,
if your nan did
why?
know.
No, but
I
why is it okay?
If I was going to do OnlyFans, if I was going to do OnlyFans, I would not tell anyone about it. I would keep it on the down low. Not because I am scared about being judged, but you know, some things you plan to do, some things you want to do. You don't have to tell everyone what you want to do.
Fucking weird.
Yes, you have. You told me you charge like 500 quid for a fee.
No, firstly, if I was to do, I would not be charging 500. I would be charging 1 mil.
What, for them trotters?
Hey.
I've been asked quite a few times from agency. They
Tone pics?
No, for OnlyFans.
Oh really?
Yeah, 15 a month.
Would you do it?
No, obviously not. Otherwise, I would have done it.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I know
I ain't
this is
got a
bad
big
to
enough
say,
chopper
but I feel
for
like
that.
it's not as bad. Actually, it's actually more cringe for men to do it in some ways.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no point getting onto it, but you've obviously got that part of the industry that was there before, which is obviously female-led. But anyways, that is the end of that question because I hate talking about it. It's grim. Right, next.
What is your favourite Love Island memory? I hope that is either about me or Lana.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Like, the right thing to say here is obviously obviously.
You won. No, you didn't win it. You.
At the time, obviously.
They came
Lana
second, guys.
would probably be the fondest memory. Aside from that,
I watched it, guys.
I would. Thing is, it's been 2 years. Like, I would say probably the best bits of it.
He's so done with it, guys. He's so done with it.
I've come away and I hate to say it, but like obviously you being like one of my best mates, obviously being friends with people like Kai, even Tom and Casey. Like I don't see them as much, but like still keep in touch with people and like people that I would have never have met. I think that's probably the best thing that come of it, other than obviously relationship.
Yeah.
But let's move aside.
Yeah, but that's still a good experience. I feel like these things you shouldn't like ever.
They're probably my best memories, I think.
Yeah.
Like we had some jokes times in there.
Yeah.
Like, there was some crease moments, but
I really couldn't.
If I went on Love Island, I would not
you only did
regret
3
it.
weeks. Like, you did a light stint.
I know. And
Some of us did like some of us did start to finish. Yeah.
OG,
Oh,
wrong.
no wonder I was so
OG.
sad.
OG.
Go on, your favourite memory then. Come on.
Nothing.
I don't think you have one.
Oh, just leaving and getting picked up at the airport.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get out there. No, but what was my favourite? You know what my favourite was? Walking in as the last girl, knowing, that I was one of the baddest of them all.
Oh, no.
Who
Big
stepped
head.
forward for you? How many?
Big head.
I think 3.
So just one.
No,
Really,
she
it was
thinks she's
probably
got a...
Kai, wasn't it?
You think
What do you mean?
That was
her
it.
ego...
You only had one step forward for you.
Just...
No, 3 steps forward.
Who?
Harris.
Did
Kai.
he?
I think
Bill
Will did.
Harris. Okay, all right, fair. So you had 3. That's,
But no, I just think
I
the only reason
don't
I'm
like
that moment is 'cause it's
those
really nice.
type of
Okay,
girls
alright.
who
Yeah,
think
that's
In
just
your
me
opinion,
being.
they are the
Thanks.
bee's knees.
Let me have a look through. I
Drives
can't
me
think of
insane.
any other moments now, like being my best moments.
It's like the little things. I think it's the experience, but then like some of the things that we enjoyed in there that we probably won't even remember. Like I do actually remember some funny times, even on some of the off days. Like we had pretty. It was nice just to chill.
I
And
would
just
go on Love
where I-
Island
like, we were
and
in the
All
middle
Stars.
of all these mountains. I just think that was such a cool thing. But then you have to get back to like the show, and you're just sort of like, oh man. A lot of you absolute wrong-uns still ask the question. I've got one here. Is have you two clarted? Right.
What does that mean? Does that mean like
Why are they so
I'm so
obsessed?
hyped.
We've had these
But does
questions
that mean,
for 2 years, and
don't know what I mean.
just grow up. Just grow up. It's like she is engaged. We've never seen each other like that. We have been friends from the get-go. So grow up with these questions, because there are so many of like, oh, are you going to drop your fiance? All this sort of stuff. Please pack it in.
Pack
Right?
it in, people.
But I
Pack
do
it
have
in.
one question that's sort of similar.
That is funny.
And it is, when a guy and a girl are really close mates like us two, are there any boundaries not to cross?
I mean,
For me,
I don't think so.
personally, I don't think we...
But I would be jealous of them having a girl like best friend, because you just never know what you just it'd be good to have an insight of what a guy's thinking. Like, if they have no interest on ditching you and getting with their girl best friend, then that's fine. But I would have a slight worry, a slight fear that they might, they might see something in them which they don't see in you. Now, I'd like to say I've got guy friends. If I don't, then that's fine. Not having guy friends or having guy friends is not a problem for me. What is a problem is being single for the rest of my life. Thank you very much.
My missy is in a villa. Like, we literally was coupled up for what, like a week? And you think, actually, that's not a normal circumstance.
Exactly.
But if you come out and if you're if you're a bloke's bloke, you can kind of like get beyond that. I think where a lot of people go wrong with it is that, and most of the time it's on the bloke side, they think with a dick. So there's always like
true.
that
Men
possibility,
think
or like
with
there's always that like intention.
Hence why
Of,
we are
what if they
dickheads
split
sometimes.
up, or what if we did give it a go? And I think that's where you kind of having those thoughts is where you're crossing, I'd say, boundaries. I think that the boundary that you can't cross, or the boundary you've got to look out for, is your intentions. So if you've got like a fella who, do you know what? I actually see TikToks on it where I think I see it in like American TikTok a lot, where they're like, oh, I'm playing a prank on my boy best mate, and they're like, oh, come meet me, like, can you come see me at like 11, or like, do you know the you up call or the you up text? Playing that prank on them and then seeing how quickly they get around the house and see whether there's actually like that intention around. People do it. Like, I know people have bad intentions and blokes think they do. The problem is that it's all about what type of bloke and what type of girl you are. That's the problem. You're never really going to know. It's about trust, and I think it's to do with like how legit is your friendship and whether or
Our
not your
friendship
partner
is
trusts
actually
it.
so much deeper than that, innit? Like, I actually feel like I don't really make new friends. I don't want to either. So for you to be
I mean,
we've got a genuine
here are my
friendship.
friends. I'm
We're so
gonna
comfortable with each
call
other.
out my friends on my YouTube video. So I've got a circle of friends, who, well, maybe I'm probably the biggest introvert ever. I don't like going out. I don't like going out to clubs and going and doing and meeting new people. Although it's a good thing to have, I'd rather just have my friends, like Maya, Morgan, Paige, You know, I have my friends, but I don't think I want to make any more friends. I don't like going out clubbing, even though I've never been. I'm not like the sort of person to like go out every day to like, you know, meet new people and do new things, you know. I like spending time by myself, believe it or not.
You would not have it. Like you're very loyal and you have my back, and you're not a pussy. Like there's so many people nowadays that just stay in the room and they're quiet because they just want to be like people pleasers. Even if they don't encourage it, you would actually switch.
Yeah, okay. Do you know what? I didn't expect you to say that.
Yeah, what was
Obviously, if I am out and about and I, you know, make new friends, great. But I'm not going to go out intentionally to go out for some new friends.
I wouldn't say that's my favourite thing. I was going to say, I'd probably say something else, but that is a good trait that we both have. We have each other's back. Like we did in Villa.
I think there is like apps where you can meet
if anything
online
happened
friends.
on social media, regardless of the replications it was having, our sort of
You
consequences.
know, Bumble, you can.
I'd
It's
always
not
be
just
like,
a dating
no,
app. You can meet new friends.
Fucking leave it out.
But I only have
if
like
it was-
Bumble and Hinge to find someone like in a, like find a guy, find a boyfriend. But there's this other app called Yubu, where you can like meet new friends and yeah.
I know I'm not saying your hair. Don't whisper. Oh, my hair. Your hair's shit. I would say.
But you
I
have
do
to
want to
pay
say how
these,
loyal you
right?
are, but like I love how you are with your friends.
In what sense?
Like I love because obviously I've met quite a few of your friends. Like engagement parties, piss nights out, Christmas Eve.
They drive you crazy.
Basically every time
He
I've seen
is
them, I
such
think
an
they're
genetic
pissed,
guy.
but-
No, but especially Mel.
Yeah,
She's always been the
actually mad.
worst. She's actually been the worst. It's so funny.
I just love because your group's relatively smallish, but you do anything for them. Like you're proper. It's the same as me with my mates. They're like blood.
Yeah.
They're like your family.
Yeah.
And for me,
My
that's such
best
an
friends
important trait
are
to
like
have.
my sisters. Like we are that
Where
close.
you consider your friends family. Like for me, that's my favourite thing probably
I
about me.
consider my best friends as my sisters. You know, even though they're like what 20, 19, 18, right? It's annoying. I don't have any friends who are older than me. I mean, it's not annoying, but you know, sometimes I do think like, what would it be like if I had friends that are, you know, 26, 27, 28, you know? You know, I can't help it. I make friends with younger girls, guys. You know what I mean?
Whole episode.
Okay.
Right, here you go. Here's a sick question. I need to know the answer to this because at the moment I'm clueless. The question is Ron a bridesmaid? Yeah. What the fuck am I?
Okay, so I've actually been meaning to ask you. I want you to be my bridesmaid.
So I've got to be on the girl's side.
You got to wear a dress though. That's the only thing.
What colour? I'll do it.
I can't say the colour scheme yet because obviously that's just going to let everyone know too much about my wedding. But
oh my god, this is what annoys me about her. Why are you keeping it? Like, you're not going to get paparazzi. She thinks she's like the bee's knees and thinks she's the queen and thinks she's like part of the Kardashian sisters, but she's not. You're not going to get paparazzi. She's not that. She does my...
Right, I've got to be...
So you can't be bridesmaid,
stand her.
obviously.
Well, yeah, but
She's just annoying.
I'm also not like a groomsman, am I?
I don't hate her, I just find her annoying, you know?
Yeah,
like,
but
I
I
want
feel
to
like because you're quite close
strangle
to
her
me,
neck
Yes.
I
or
want you to just match
slap
maybe
her around the
because-
face or
Okay,
punch her in the face. Like,
what, and then
she's that
start-
annoying, you
no,
know?
no.
Oh my god! No, even better. You're gonna be the flower girl.
No, actually, yeah. I'll
Oh
say that.
please! You can
Oh,
you can
yeah.
walk down
No,
the
but you've got
aisle.
your nieces.
No, you're gonna walk down
I'm
with them.
probably
You're
like
gonna
the
hold
only
their hand.
person
Oh,
that...
no, okay,
Fine, so
I'll do
I
annoying.
love
I'll
that.
do
That
I'll
would be
do
so
that.
cute.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
do that. I
I'll
love
actually
that.
do that.
Okay, great. We've got it sorted.
Okay, perfect. Next question. Or you might have to dig deep for this one. So, if you could go back and live an experience in your life, where/what would you go to? So I'm assuming, what would you relive if you could go back and live an experience?
Oh,
I
that's the first
would
thing that
probably go back to Disneyland in Florida for the first time. I went when I was like, what, 8, 9? And Yeah. I've only been once. I went to Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and back then I didn't have a phone, and I don't. Obviously, Mum had cameras then, and Mum had her phone, but I didn't take any pictures. Although I've got pictures, in a actual photographs in a photo book. I don't have any that are on my phone. I don't. You know what? I would want to relive probably every single concert and go back to Disneyland. There are a lot of all the like exciting stuff and fun stuff that happened, like holidays. I would go back to that. Just like fun times. There's not really one.
But I just found it very like cheesy.
Yeah, but it's cliche, but it's like the pure dopamine hits. Like your brain doesn't switch off.
Going to Portugal.
Oh,
exactly.
I've been to the same Algarve, the same villa for like 7 years with my childhood friends and family, and I miss that villa. We had great times there, and yeah, it's sad. The pool was great. The water park in Portugal, oh my god. Also, I'm pretty sure Mum had, I don't think she has now, but I think she has footage, like videos from like the past, and I wish I could like rewatch that again, because I've got no memory of Portugal, or I feel like I've got no memory of what's happened like in the past, because I've got no pictures, no videos, no nothing.
A little bit, but basically it's called a pho.
What?
It's a Turkish coffee. You drink it, pho. It's a Turkish
pho,
coffee
yeah,
cup. Yeah, you drink it and then you turn it upside
She's
down.
from Turkey. She's
And like,
Greek.
so when you turn it
she's
up
all
back
this.
to normal and like she looks in it, it's really hard. Like not
Yeah,
everyone can see
Not
it.
in Harry Potter where they do like where you get.
However you want to call
Yeah.
it. So she'll read it, and like I swear to you, my mum gets everything right. And so when we was in Cyprus, my mum literally told me the numbers. Okay.
Oh, I'm calling cap on this.
I
but I'll let
swear
you have
to
your
you,
moment.
I
This
use
is like
all them
fucking
numbers.
signs all over.
No,
I
I
miss it.
use them numbers, and I swear to you, I won everything. And she has never been wrong with my phone. She told me when I was going to go on Love Island, she told me what I was going to wear going on. I swear to you.
The reason why she told you was going on Love Island is because you applied.
No, I didn't apply. She knew that they were going to call me. You're such an asshole. Just trust me. You know what? One day we're going to bring her here, yeah? She's going to read your
Get
phone.
your mum on the podcast.
Yeah,
I'll
we
back
are.
it because I know she'll take my
promise
side.
you,
I think she loves
she
me
will
more
read
than
your
you.
whole future. She's really talented. I promise
don't
you.
want
Oh my god!
Imagine,
Imagine, right? If her mum does come on the podcast and then she does runs foul thing, cup reading thing, I imagine, right, that she tells him that he will get back with Lana. I'm just thinking out loud, guys.
Thank God, and just like let your future be sort of thing, how it's gonna go. But at the same time, I say that every time and I can't help but go back. But I've gone to really good people. Like recently I went to this guy.
Define really good. I think they're all crock of shit.
No.
So.
Listen, recently I went to this guy called Terry. Would you believe it? Yeah, I had to wait a whole year on his waiting list to go and see him. He's that good, right? And when I went to him, he got so much right. And everything has come true. I've got a whole list, and literally day by day I'm ticking it off. He was so good. And so for that reason, I'm like addicted. I want to go back to him all the time because it's so good. And I can't help it. I just really want to know my future.
But he's already told you your future, so why are you going back?
Because there's more to know. I want to know more, like when, how, what's going to happen next.
That's the
I feel like
he told me that
memories, pictures and videos are so important. Because life is
that I do a podcast with.
Well, I'm not your fucking
special.
partner.
You're my partner in podcast.
Well, okay, we'll call it a business partner, but let's.
Yeah, but he's still right.
He's being very broad with those terms right now.
Oh God. Okay, you don't believe in it.
Also,
I don't believe in it.
I wish I could go back and meet Ron again and get a picture with him, because my best friend, she was like, "Oh my God, are you Ron from Love Island?" Because we were in her hometown, and we saw him, and she got a picture, and I didn't, because I didn't know who he was. Like, imagine if I got a picture. Obviously, back now, well, here, fast forward, I'm now regretting it, right? But I can just go back and me again. So sad.
Basically, both download it, you both sync your accounts, and it tells you, I mean, I don't know, I've learned a lot from obviously playing about with it, but it will tell you, obviously, I know I'm Leo, but it will tell him, like, I don't know, it goes into like your sun and your moons and all this shit, right? But it tells you, it tells you.
They tell you that you're a control freak and that you like to be center of
I'll actually
attention.
get it because it is probably the best thing if you're chatting to a girl that's into star signs. It's, oh my god.
What?
I know it's giving me more predictions for 2025 because I've not gone in there. It's actually ridiculous. Right, so for example, it will this is so bad. It will go through and it will say your compatibility based on your star signs, right?
Can I ask you something though? Do you believe any of it? To some degree.
I don't, because I think it's very generalised information.
I
think
honestly am
I
a
don't know what that does
Capricorn,
apply to me,
right?
but I think someone could give me
And I don't know my birthstone, but I'm a Capricorn. So honestly, compatibility, I don't know. I'm just honestly not. I have no interest in that whatsoever. Like, no, like.
Then it says my like mid compatibility is basic identities, senses of responsibility, and then what
like
is
if we are compatible, if we are, have the same star sign, great, I guess. Like, that's what.
And you can go into all these different sections, and you find like a detailed explanation of what, like, how compatible, why that's the reason. Like, for example, if I'm more like if I'm apparently Leos, which I do think's like very true. I'm a bit of a romantic. Leos are meant to be like romantic.
But I find like Leo men, they love to be like in charge, like centre of attention. Like say in like a workplace, you'd want to be like the one telling people what to do. Like I think that they stress a lot if they're not in control.
Well, I mean, I would say that applies to me, because I hated being controlled in a lot.
You know, with Tauruses, I'm a Taurus. They say that.
You're a Taurus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taurus, not Taurus. Dickhead. That I'm the most stubborn star sign. Would you believe it?
Yes, I would believe that.
That I'm a Taurus.
No way,
Yeah,
that is.
believe that.
I don't believe that
What else am I?
at all.
Quickly look at mine.
Oh my
I
god,
can't
guys.
Okay, well, mine is very true, and I would say it is me, but it also says that I'm very generous and I've got loads of good traits too.
What a
I
surprise.
don't believe that one. But yeah. But I do think if there's one little bit of advice, it would be get co-star, because it's actually...
You know what? I can't. That is the smartest bit of advice, you know.
I'm telling you, up there for thinking, down there for dancing. That's the way it is. But no, that's that would be my one bit. It's just, I don't know, I don't believe in it, but it's a great conversation, I think, for girls that believe in that stuff.
Yeah, you just got to pretend that you actually care about it.
Exactly, and it's quite easy to do that a lot of the time. But yes, so finishing on that, it's probably another episode wrapped up. Thank you for tuning in. Comment thoughts down below.
And subscribe. Oh, so cringe.
And
Oh my
we'll
God.
see you next time.
Right, that was episode 2. Tomorrow, each day, obviously apart from Mondays and Thursdays, I'm going to do each episode of this podcast. So tomorrow I will do episode 3, and then, Friday I will do episode 4, and so on and so on and so on and so on. But yeah, like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 3 of the podcast.